All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for today's brown bag session. I'm super excited, and I hope you all are as well. But my name is Amanda Martinez. I am the Training Program Manager for Mental Health America of Hawaii. Before I introduce our awesome speaker for today, just a little bit of housekeeping through Zoom. A little bit different from our other webinars. We are actually in a meetings format, so you do have the ability to turn your camera on and unmute yourself if you feel comfortable in doing so. I think it would be helpful to keep yourselves muted if you're not asking a question, just to kind of minimize distractions. But otherwise, if you're comfortable having your cameras on, we would love to see your faces, but you can also interact via the chat. Going ahead, dropping a message in there if you want to make it available for the group to see, or if you just want to send it directly to myself or to Chelsea, that's totally okay as well. I know people are still kind of making their way in, but today is being recorded. So after today, in the follow-up email, you will have access to the link to this recording as well as to any slides that Chelsea shows. But with that, I would love to introduce you folks to Chelsea Takei, the self-program specialist for Keiki O Ka Aina. Chelsea was born and raised on Oahu and is a graduate of the University of Hawaii at Manoa with a bachelor's degree in public health, right? Yay, go public health. She serves as a program specialist for Keiki O Ka Aina's Social Emotional Learning Foundation's grant. So Chelsea helps coordinate Healthy Manages program and organizes the program's Ohana wellness checks. And she is trained in the 7 habits of highly effective people and leader in me, and is certified in trauma-informed care. Chelsea also serves as the administrative support for the grant and helps to coordinate Keiki O Ka Aina's Laulima Giving program. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and pass it off to you, Chelsea. Thank you so much.
Wow. I'm gonna have Amanda, present for me and introduce me every single time. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. But yes, aloha everybody. Thank you all for being here and allowing me to steal some of your lunch time. As Amanda said, my name is Chelsea Takei. I work for Keiki O Ka Aina Family Learning Center as the so that's Social Emotional Learning Foundation's program program specialist. And I'm here today just to share a little bit about our Healthy Marriages, Healthy Relationships program. And if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen real quick. We'll put this in present. Okay, perfect. For those of you who don't know, I also can't see the screen while I'm in present mode. If you have any questions, maybe either unmute yourself or at the end, I'll definitely answer whatever you guys have. But just a little bit about Keiki O Ka Aina. We are a Native Hawaiian Christian nonprofit organization. We are also statewide, so we have people working on Maui, Kauai, Big Island, and then our main offices are here on Oahu in Kalihi Valley. Um, and essentially, at our core, our mission is to educate children, strengthen families, enrich communities, and perpetuate culture. So that is our overall mission statement. And we really do focus on fulfilling that mission by stressing the importance of Keiki education and literacy, competency, incorporating the model that parents are Keiki's first and best teachers. So parents as teachers, PAT, that is also another one of our big programs. And we really do support that idea, because who else better to model than Makua themselves? And, through our programs, we really aim to support and empower parents, which then hope to empower families, which then hope we empower communities. And so we are, again, a Native Hawaiian organization, and, at our core, we teach, live out, and support through the use of and within the context of Hawaiian language, tradition, and culture. And so just a little bit about this is essentially all the programs we have going. It's a bunch running at the moment. So we do have a preschool and infant toddler center, and so that's where we, really incorporate that Native Hawaiian values, Native Hawaiian culture, and language, Olelo Hawaii as well. We have Montessori style teaching, focusing on the first level of our mission statement. Keiki, again, parents as teachers, we believe that parents are Keiki's first and best teachers. So we have multiple programs supporting that. PPP, hippie, pat, kulia I kanu'u. And then moving on to the broader spectrum, is Ohana. So we have our Hele Pico home visiting program. And so that is one of our programs that's on all islands, actually. Well, Oahu, Maui, Kauai, as well as Big Island. So that's one of our bigger ones. And of course, under Ohana is healthy marriages, healthy relationships. We really, want to strengthen that bond between parents, to greater strengthen that bond in families. And as Amanda mentioned, I am also part of the Laulima Giving Program, which actually is right about now. It's during the holiday season. It's actually a year-wide program, but our main biggest events are Adopt a Family. And so we are a partner with KHON2. And yeah, we really match community sponsors with local families who do need the help. And as far as culture, we have a lot of cultural programs. We have kulolo making, board and stone is a really big one. Lomi Lomi La'au Lapa'au. So if you are interested in any of these programs, please feel free to visit our website. That's Koka.org. So I'll even put the link in the chat at the end of the presentation. So definitely go check it out if any of these interest you. But what I am really here for is to talk about our Healthy Marriages, Healthy Relationships program. It is so just a little bit about the program. It is a weekend designed to provide practical tools, direction, and support for couples who are married or in committed relationships. So you don't have to be married. We had couples who were for 30 years, and we also had a couple who has been together for 2 years and are still in college and dating. So it really is for anybody and everybody who's committed to each other. Um, but yeah, so we provide the tools, direction, and support to help build that lasting, strong relationship. And so essentially, the goal is for you and your partner to gain insight on a realistic, key is a realistic and hopeful view of marriage or partnership, while also being challenged and inspired through Native Hawaiian values and evidence based learning tools. So our curriculum that we use is evidence-based. But yeah, our overall goal is to really just give you that time and space to rekindle that foundation and essential foundation of friendship. I think, when we've been together with someone for a number of years, we kind of forget that we're really friends at the core. We get lost in I don't personally have kids, but get lost in life and job and kids and family stuff. And so it really is a time for you guys to just get to know each other again. We'll give you that space to focus on yourselves and each other. Um, and yeah, so, healthy marriages, healthy relationships, families, keiki, parents, community. And so, what you can expect from this weekend is definitely that one on one time to connect. Again, having that time away from the kids or taking care of the family, doing the chores at home, or just our random life stresses. It is rare for every one of us to get that time and space, so we really want to dedicate some time for you guys to connect back one-on-one. You'll be able to go through different activities and yeah, to really have that deeper discussion with each other. There will definitely also be time for big group discussion. um, and with other couples, we really find that it is important for everyone to have that couple connect. That's actually one of the biggest takeaways that couples leave the weekend with is we learn that we're not alone in the problems that we have and the feelings that we have. Yes, we may all be arguing about different kind of things, but at the end of the day, you know, someone else in a different relationship is gonna feel the same way that we have been feeling right now or feel in the future. So it is that group discussion is really a time for you guys to realize like, hey, I'm not alone. They're going through it too, and we can all get through it together, right? Um, and yeah, my boss likes to include this, and definitely we're gonna have fun. It's a lot of fun. Um, just just being able to reconnect and talk with other couples and build that networking community, it is a lot of fun. Um, Also seeing your partner get out of their comfort zone, that's a fun thing. Not only that, we also provide really good food. So I personally go and grab it. I won't disclose what we get, but it is definitely worth it. Um, and so, as I mentioned, the curriculum that we do use is evidence based. It is based off of the book Seven Principles for Making Marriages Work by John and Julie Gottman. They researched couples over a period of time. I can't tell you off the top of my head, but it is based off of their research findings. And it is a really helpful book that we do recommend couples either read through together or get. I know can easily get this off of Amazon, but we really do stress that it, it is a helpful book. Um, yeah. So, as far as the weekend goes, it is based off of these seven principles or topics. I think if you been in a relationship, are in a relationship, you kind of feel the gist of everything. It's essential that we build the love maps and enhance our love maps. So that's kind of the roadway into our partner's heart. Just knowing that basic foundation of things. What is their favorite memory of you, and where did they what's their favorite color and why, and those things change over time, so it's really important to get back to that. We're gonna nurture, I think that's, yeah, nurture fondness and admiration. So we like to say, like, you can love your partner, but you may not necessarily like them, right? Like, especially if you've been together for a long time. So it's really like getting back to that essential foundation of friendship and liking them again. Gonna learn how to turn toward each other, not turn away. And I think that's a big one, especially in like the kind of local culture that we have. We kind of just distance ourselves, you turn away from each other, stonewall, but we're gonna learn how to turn toward our partner during conflict rather than distance ourselves. Um, accept influence, I think, in the best way possible. Our partners can be the best person to actually influence us. So I think that's really important as well. We're going to solve our solvable problems. Not every problem is going to be solvable, but we're going to solve the solvable ones, and we're going to learn how to do that. We're going to overcome gridlock and create shared meaning with each other. And I think, again, we can get lost in the sauce sometimes. So, building that shared meaning and shared experiences and really getting back to that is essential and is definitely something we're going to cover this weekend. Well, during the Healthy Marriages weekend. And so, just to get you guys a little bit excited about what we're going to cover, it is again, weekend event. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday begins after work. So I believe we start at around 5:30 to 6. So we allow couples to slowly trickle in. We're going to have check-in time. 6 to 7 is dinner. And then we kind of go through the curriculum slowly. Um, it is a 3-hour day on Friday, so I know it's a little bit tiring, but it is well worth it. So we're gonna, as it says, kick off the weekend getting to know your partner. We can always get to know our partner better and more. Um, yeah, there's always something to learn about them. That is for sure. And things change over time too. So their answers 5 years ago may not be the same today. Um, and it's important to make that a priority over the lifetime of your relationships, continuously getting to know them. Saturday is the big day. We like to say it is a long day, but we're going to tackle the big three, which we believe are connection, communication, and conflict resolution. Very tough weekend. Well, day. And so, yeah, our day starts at 8:30 to 9:30. We'll have check-in, a light continental breakfast. So we do like to say for people who like to eat, including myself, I need my Portuguese sausage, egg, rice. Definitely come with a little something in your stomach before, or you can bring it. But that's kind of the roadmap for Saturday, 8:30 check-in, and we go to 4:30 where we'll have a little wrap up and reflection. And I would say that Saturday is our big day. We learn a lot on Saturday. We give you ample enough of time to have that one-on-one connection with your partner as well as group discussions. You can learn from the other couples in your group. Big ones that I like are the turn towards, not away, emotional bank account, stress reducing conversation, and then love language. And since we're all in this kind of field of mental health, five love languages is a fun and important activity that everyone goes through. And so Sunday is a little bit shorter than Saturday, but this is kind of our wrap up day. We ask couples to come around 1 o'clock to 1:45. We'll have lunch and do a little check in. Um, and our day will go to 4:30. And so I would say that this is the day where couples really dig deep into that emotional bank account and they really draw out from within. And this is, as much as I love Saturday, Sunday might also be my favorite day. But yeah, again, enough time to give you that one-on-one time to connect and have that group activity. And so I know that's a lot. That's kind of our weekend routine, weekend schedule. But as far as a little bit of curriculum, because I know that can be a little bit vague, 7 principles for making marriages work, and we include Hawaiian values. And so just to get to help you understand what the curriculum looks like. This is the Four Horsemen. It's one of my favorite videos. I think it really does stick with couples a lot because we see ourselves in this, and it's important that we see ourselves in it and not our partner. um yeah, so let's see if this will play.
You're so selfish. What an idiot. It's not my fault we're always late. Forget it. Criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. Dr. John Gottman calls these negative communication patterns the four horsemen of the apocalypse because they'll lead to the end of your relationship. In fact, he can predict this relationship failure with over 90% accuracy if the behavior isn't changed. So, what can you do? Well, at the Gottman Institute, we understand you might not even know you're communicating this way, or you might not know how to control it. But if you practice the following 4 research-based antidotes, there is hope for your future. Criticism attacks the character of the recipient instead of focusing on a specific behavior. The antidote to criticism is to talk about your feelings using I statements, then express a positive need. Contempt is an expression of superiority that comes out as sarcasm, cynicism, name-calling, eye-rolling, sneering, mockery, and hostile humor. Contempt is the greatest predictor of relationship failure and must be eliminated. The antidote to contempt is to treat one another with respect and build a culture of appreciation within the relationship. Defensiveness is self-protection through righteous indignation or playing the victim. Defensiveness never solves the problem, and is really just an underhanded way of blaming your partner. The antidote to defensiveness is to accept responsibility, even if only for part of the conflict. Stonewalling occurs when the listener withdraws from the conversation without resolving anything. It takes time for the negativity created by the first 3 horsemen to result in stonewalling. But when it does, it can become a habit. The antidote to stonewalling is to break for at least 20 minutes, calm down, then return to the conversation. Spare your relationship from certain destruction. Learn more about eliminating the 4 horsemen by visiting our site.
Yes, the Four Horsemen. It is honestly something that really resonates with me, with other couples, as I mentioned. It's kind of hard to realize and stop, like, hey, maybe I'm the bad guy. I've been doing these things to my partner, and something that I needs to do needs to change. Um, yeah, I definitely have seen myself in all of these things in one way or another, but that's what this weekend is for. So the antidotes. It is the four horsemen is not an end all be all. There are solutions and antidotes, and we'll definitely learn about them and tackle them directly with different partner activities, but also, learning about the curriculum as well. Like, we will have activities to specifically target the four horsemen. And so for criticism, we use gentle startups. So some of you may know this. It's I statements. I feel a certain way. Because who can argue with how you feel, right? That is what I feel. And you can't tell me that I don't feel that way, because I do. Defensiveness, we're going to take responsibility instead of always point fingers. My boss likes to say, my manager, Erin, when there's one finger pointing, or if you're pointing one finger, there's five fingers pointing back at you. So it's really important that we take responsibility, obviously, for what we do and what we say. Um, Four horsemen, contempt. So you're going to describe your own feelings and needs. Don't project your feelings onto your partner. And then stonewalling. That is something that is definitely something that I grew up, we're in an argument, I'm just going to end it. Don't talk to you. But yeah, we're definitely going to learn the antidotes and have activities to directly target this. And so Kupono, another, it's obviously, as we are a Native Hawaiian organization, it is extremely important and integral to who we are to incorporate these Native Hawaiian values within our curriculum and within what we do. So Kupono, as it says, upright, honest, having integrity. Some other people may have different definitions or interpretations, which we are, obviously open and welcoming to accept as well. But, at Kupono, the core is to stand upright. As related to your partner, you want to stand upright next to them and hold integrity as you go through life with them. Um, yeah, and we like to relate it to a garden, right? It's necessary to take that attention, the thoughtful attention, purposeful attention and care to make sure your garden really reaches its full potential. So yeah, we do weave Native Hawaiian values throughout our curriculum and throughout the weekend. And so the last thing that I kind of want to pull out from the curriculum is the emotional bank account. Some of you may have heard about this before, but it is like a regular bank account. The EBA has withdrawals and deposits, and it is basically the internal bank account that um, we hold with any relationship, right? And so, I mean, even if you think about it with your friends, your parents, your keiki, there's going to be withdrawals and there's going to be deposits. So, for example, a withdrawal. So your partner promises you that, we're finally going to have time to go on a date. We're going to go this Friday. I have my auntie to watch the keiki, to watch the kids. So let's just go. And then come Thursday night, oh, so sorry, like, we can't go this weekend. Something came up Friday. I'm busy. I actually told the boys I was going to go hang out. That's a withdrawal. That's a breaking a promise is a big withdrawal. And so to deposit into our partner's bank account, we're going to keep those promises. Another one, gossip and break confidences as a withdrawal. Um, you know, you're with your partner, and this kind of sticks to Kupono. You want to have their back. You want to be with them. You want to make sure that you are not talking behind their back, and to be loyal to the absence is what we like to say. Um, yeah, and so we hold this emotional bank account close to our heart. It is something that, you know, it's going to ebb and flow. We're going to have withdrawals, we're going to have deposits, but the main thing is to not allow ourselves or to not allow our partner's bank account get to the negatives, right? We don't want to keep withdrawing, And then at the end of the day, a big fight is going to blow out because they have nothing left in them. You haven't deposited into their bank account. You haven't shown them that love or given them that love, or even vice versa, right? And so the EBA is also another big kind of topic that really sticks with couples. I think we don't really realize we have it, but it's always going to be there. And it, like I said, with any relationship. But yeah, so that's a little bit about our curriculum, a little bit of our program, a little bit of what to expect over the weekend. That is all I have today. This is a little snippet of what we're going to do and what to look forward to if this is something that, sticks with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute or put it in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you maybe don't want to, or you have a personal question, definitely reach out via email. It is just healthymarriages@coca.org, and I'll put it in the chat after we're done. That's and to kind of just, I know this is a verbal presentation, but if you want to look through the agenda, if you want to look to what to expect, kind of refer back, definitely go visit our website, healthymarriagehigh.org. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your time, for your attention, for letting me steal your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute. And I will stop sharing so I can see everybody's faces. If I can figure it out.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. It was a lot of really awesome information. We did have one question come in through the chat, which was when and where is this program happening? When does it start, and how are couples able to sign up?
Right. Okay. That's an important question. So our next Healthy Marriages is November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So we actually just had one during September. We're kind of recovering over October, especially with La Lima Giving Program. But it is November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And our location is at Grace Chapel of Honolulu. For those of you who don't know, that is located in Aina Haina. It's actually right across Aina Haina Shopping Center. There you go. I'll put that in the chat. See. Yes, Rowan, if this is something that you want to share, I'll definitely, like Amanda said, I'll send her the presentation, and then you can also just refer them to our Healthy Marriages website, which I will put in the chat right now. So Keiki O Ka Aina's website.
Hi, Chelsea. Thank you for the clarifying questions or answering that. I just had a question in regards to the neighbor islands. Will this program be available to the neighbor islands?
Actually, it is not. Yeah, it's really unfortunate because we've had so many people ask about neighbor islands. But no, at the moment, we do not have anything going on outside.
Okay, no worries. Thank you so much, Chelsea. If you ever need to build capacity on Maui, just go ahead and reach out to me. I can drop my email on the chat, and then we can definitely partner on something, because I feel like there's a need for this. So I would love to help out and build capacity.
Definitely. And, it's something that we always bring up to our CEO. So thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it sounds like a really great program, and it's cool to hear of the interest for it, and also the possibility for collaboration so that we can build that capacity for you folks within that program too. Ali, I see you got your hand raised.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for this presentation. This sounds like a really great program, resource. I was a few minutes late, I'm sorry, so I might have missed this logistic in the beginning of your presentation, but this is not an overnight stay program. This is just, they come each day of that weekend.
Yes. So it is. Yeah.
Okay. And then how often do you all generally do the program, like every other month?
So actually, we've had, I think, four this year already. November will be our last one, and then
Okay.
we do plan again to start up in February of 2024. So
Okay.
um, if I know couples, it's a little bit of short notice, a month, especially to get childcare and whatever not have you. But if this is definitely something you're interested in, stick around, visit the website. But usually February of 2024 is when we start again.
Okay, and I have one more question.
Yeah, of
Sorry, and I
course.
don't know if you can necessarily speak to this, but in terms of the stages of changes of behavior, would you recommend that this program is geared towards folks who are like in the contemplative stage or and beyond? Or is this for folks that are like ready for action? Um, or could it also include folks who are pre-contemplation, like, I don't have a problem, I don't need to do something like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know if you can maybe talk about what your thoughts are on that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's
yeah.
a
No,
very
that's so
specific
funny that you
question.
mentioned that. My public health, like, books just came popped up in my mind. But, it's interesting because we've had couples who are really in all different stages of their relationship. And, we actually have gotten feedback from a couple who divorced after our program. But this program specifically helped them have a mutual, friendly agreement. It wasn't this whole blowout of a divorce. They were actually this program helped them come to terms with each other. And they were already in that stage of their relationship, of their life, where they're like, you know what, this is the end of the road for us, but we're going to figure out how to make this friendly, how to make this an agreement rather than an end all be all. We've also had, as I kind of mentioned in the beginning of our presentation, that have a couple who are in college, who've been together for 2 years. This is kind of a preparatory kind of thing for them. It's not necessarily, something that they're struggling with in their relationship, but they are using it as prep for when they become married, or, you know, to dig deeper into one another. And we've also had couples who together for 30 years and nothing is wrong and everything is fine and dandy, but they just wanted to check it out, and they actually ended up learning more about each other. So I would, as far as behavior change and what couples, individuals are specifically looking for, I would say anybody and everybody. I think there are people who have made up their mind about what they want to do and people who are struggling, but yeah. And to actually reiterate, this is not a group couples therapy class. It's really us facilitating curriculum. We're not here to necessarily, give you that one-on-one time and talk to you through your problems, through your trauma. We're just here to facilitate your learning, facilitate the curriculum, and hopefully provide that space and time for you guys to really enjoy one another.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
I see in the chat, Kay, thank you. That's also a great question. It's okay. We like to say it's a free program because it is a free program. However, we do require a $25 non-refundable fee. There is a surprise at the end, so I do say that the $25 fee is well worth it. You will get your monies back in some way. We also provide food, refreshments, water, snacks, continental breakfast, as I said. So, but yes, there is a $25 non-refundable fee to participate. The program is a free program.
Thank you for answering those questions, Chelsea, and thank you everyone for actually asking questions. They're really good questions to ask.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I really liked how you talked about having an emotional bank account in regards to like having relationships with other people, because we use that emotional bank account kind of reference in our own presentations when we talk about mental health and like self-care. So like our own emotional bank account, but
Yeah.
it's a really cool concept to think of it as having one with another person, and you can make deposits into that in addition to making withdrawals as well. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And it's I'm sure you guys cover this, but something we don't realize we have. We're just like, oh, I'm drained. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna lash out. And so for couples, it's really eye-opening to hear that. And as far as Kay's question about registering, I'm going to go ahead and add the Healthy Marriage website again. The registration is on there, everything is linked on there. You can go ahead and go to the application tab and fill that out. And not someone, my coworker who normally runs the Healthy Marriages email account will email you and follow up with steps on further things.
Any other questions for Chelsea today? I'm not seeing anyone unmute or raise their hand. And I'm only talking really slowly just in case anyone's typing, but I'm not seeing anything come up in the chat either. So thank you so much again, Chelsea, for coming and sharing this really awesome information about your program in our brown bag session. As a reminder to everyone, in the follow-up email, I'll make sure I send a recording link to you folks in addition to the copies of Chelsea's slides that she went through today and any of the links that were dropped in the chat as well. But any parting words, Chelsea?
No, I just want to say again, thank you, mahalo everybody for taking the time to listen to me spiel about our program and Keiki O Ka Aina. Again, if healthy marriages, aren't in a relationship, isn't your thing. If you know someone in a relationship, please definitely send them our way. Or if you're more into the cultural programs at Keiki O Ka Aina, or we have, more for Keiki stuff, definitely go ahead and check out our website. But yeah, thank you guys again. It really means a lot.
So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
everyone. Have a
Thank
good day.
you.
Bye.